going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now today we are back here with a happy birthday tribute video. I've done a few of these over the course of my YouTube channel, but when it's a special player and I remember it's someone's birthday, I'm always going to come on here and just go through their statistics, go through their career, the highlights, the best parts, and just kind of celebrate great cricketers. That's what we're trying to do over here on this channel, and give players their flowers that they truly deserve. So hey, if you're new around here, hit that subscribe button, leave a like, and please do comment down below happy birthday love for the man Shikhar Dhawan. Comment down below your favorite Shikhar knock moment, wholesome stuff. Let me know. Let me hear it all. He turns 39. No, sorry, hold on a minute. Can I read? 38 he turns. Goodness me, the man is almost 40. Like, it feels like I've grown up watching him play and he was just young and now he's almost 40. That is crazy to think, isn't it? But we're going to go through the man's statistics, his highlights and stats from his World Cup statistics, his IPL stats, T20, ODI and Test matches. Look at his high scores, and you know, this shouldn't be a long video. I just wanted to go through and talk about the great man. So shall we do it? Let's get into it. His teams. Let's just start off with all the teams that he played for. India, obviously Deccan Chargers early, a Delhi boy, Delhi Capitals, India A, India B, India Blue, India Emerging, and India Green. No, let's skip those ones. Punjab Kings, Mumbai Indians, of course, at the start of his career, India Under-19s, rest of India, and SRH right there. So plenty of bloody teams amongst it. Let's get straight into the great man, Shikhar Dhawan statistics, T20 eyes, kicking us off. Oh, I want to say his second strongest format. I think he played... No, he was obviously an ODI player first, but I think he then played more T20s than Test matches. So, 68 matches, 1,759 runs, not bloody bad that at all. A high score of 92, which we will touch on a bit later. An average of almost 28, no centuries, and 11 half centuries right there. Are pretty good. I mean, it's a solid resume for a T20 opener right there. It stacks up. Of course, you'd love to, tick off a few centuries amongst it, but not everything can work how you want it. I don't know if we won't go through too much of this stuff, but I just want to see what he did against Australia, England, New Zealand, like all the big kind of 3-4 countries. So the Aussies, he averaged 28, made 347 runs against us. England, not to be. New Zealand, solid 21, had a high score of 80, not bad in 7 games. Pakistan, only 2 games there. South Africa, Sri Lanka, high score of 90, 375 runs, and he averaged 37 against them. So clearly did a bit of his best work against that country of Sri Lanka, which I think we will find is a theme throughout these statistics. That man, he used to bully Sri Lankan team, didn't he? All right. Let's move on. Of course, not a bowler. I don't think he ever rolled the arm over very much, if at all. So we're not going to really give a shit about bowling statistics. All right, ODI's time. This man was one of the more underappreciated white ball 50 over players of the modern era. 167 matches, 10 not outs, by the way. That's like extraordinary for an opener. Almost 7,000 runs, as you can see there. A high score of 143, an average of 44, 1700s, and 39 half centuries. Like, those statistics are some of the best of this modern day era of white ball players. It just shows how many good openers India have had come through of recent memory, because to push someone like him out of a 50 over side who always performed on the big stage was maybe a little bit unfair, but these statistics, man, like, they really do rack up against some of the very best who we compare in the modern day. So yeah, really good stuff. Like, you think if he plays for any other country, he's probably still opening for that team. It's just the unlucky of other people taking his spot. Against Australia, averaged 45 against us. Good Lord, 30 matches, 1,200 runs, 400s against us. Oh, man. He did used to do a lot of work against us, that's for damn sure. England, not to be. Hong Kong, so that's some Babar Azam sort of areas right here. One match, 127 runs. Ireland, 100 runs in one game as well. Good Lord. New Zealand, pretty solid, 33 average there. Pakistan, 114 high score, 380 runs, and an average of 54 against Pakistan in 7 matches. someone correct me if I'm wrong here, because I definitely could be, but did that high score of 114 against Pakistan, was that in an Asia Cup game? I think it was, off the top of my memory. Again, I could be wrong there, but huge game to step up in like usual. Against South Africa was amazing, averaged 45, had 3 centuries against them, 4 centuries against Sri Lanka. He averaged 69 against them, so that's a touching tribute. And again, Zimbabwe, just demolished them. I don't remember those games. I must not have been playing, so... Again, like, how many times can we say it? One of the very best that we've seen. Onto the red ball form, which, in my opinion, he was not given enough opportunity in the red ball side, of course. That Indian team, they've had so many good openers come through their system, so it's just, you're always getting pressure put on you if you're not playing well every game. And even looking at these stats, it kind of like, how did he find his way out of the team? 34 matches, 1 not out, 2,315 runs, an average of 40, a high score of 190, 700s. We know that his first test century was, I think, the fastest on debut in history, off 84 balls or something like that. So, you know, he was an absolute gem from the get-go right there. He had 5 half centuries and 4 ducks. Sorry for mentioning that. All right. Who did he do his best work against? 3 centuries against, you would guess who? Sri Lanka. Demolished them. 6 matches, averaged 71 against Sri Lanka. What the actual heck did he have against them? 712 runs, high score of that 190. I mean, that's just a blitz right there. Against Australia, he averaged 50 against us, 20 against England, 173 against Bangladesh, and 38 against the Kiwis right there. So, off those international career stats, you can just see a very, very, very all-rounded 3-format player. But now, it's time to move on to his IPL career. Now, depending on how you rank the IPL, of course, early days, and then it got a lot stronger and better, the player pool. Let's go through all of his teams first. So shout out to Sportskeeda, by the way, for this website, all of this information right here. He started off with Delhi Capitals. Were they called the Daredevils back in the day when they started? I'm unsure, but there you go. 2008, he then returned in 2019. Mumbai Indians, he started there for a little bit, didn't get the most opportunity. Deccan Chargers for a season. I don't know what happened there. Is that when they folded? Maybe. SRH, of course, then moved on for, 5 or 6 seasons. Was one of the most dynamic openers in the competition alongside David Warner, and they won a title. Of course, Warner was the captain for that title, but was Shikhar Dhawan ever captain of SRH? I'm unsure, but he might have been. And then we know he's the captain of my boys, the Punjab Kings, right now, and honestly, really happy with him as our captain, moving on from Agarwal last season and getting an experienced guy like Shikhar Dhawan was just such a smart move, and he had a really good first season. So let's get into his statistics. Let's just get straight bloody into it. Where should we start? So 2008, he starts off, he bursts onto the scene, 14 matches, 340 runs, 5 not outs, an average of 37, a high score of 68, not out, and 4 half centuries. I mean, that's as good as almost a debut season can get for a youngish sort of guy. 2009 doesn't get the opportunity. 2010 is not a great year for him. I think that's when he left Mumbai at the end. 2010, not to be. 2011 was another bounce back big year. 400 runs, an average of 33, high score of 95, not out. And then you kind of just trail down. He just starts bulking on runs. 2012 was his best season. 569 runs there, an average of 45 half centuries. Again, keep going down. Look at the average in the runs. 38, 29, 27, 38, 36, 34, 38, 44, 39, 38. It's just consistency. And his run tally was always over 300 to 400 every single season. Like, some of these, it's just consistency that you expect from him, and you always got it pretty much. So, always impressive stuff. Let's go through his career statistics though. 206 matches, 27 not outs, 6,200 runs, an average of 35 in his career, a strike rate of 126, a high score of 106, which came in 2020. Not out, by the way. 47 half centuries, 2 centuries, and just a bunch of other stuff there. But clearly one of the very best that the IPL's ever seen. And as you would know, if you're a big IPL fan, the man has rolled the arm over, which even surprised the fuck out of me. He's taken 4 career wickets. What did he bowl? Was it spin? Was it right arm mediums or left arm mediums? What the hell was he bowling? I'm unsure. But as you can see there, just one of the great all-rounders in history. So now we'll move on and we'll go to some scorecards. Actually, hold on. Let's go to this. Yes. ICC World Cup statistics before we get into his high scores in each format. This man's World Cup statistics stacks up so well, and it just mind boggles you how he fell away and wasn't a part of any India squad, even at the World Cup almost this year. Like, look at these stats to the left of the screen. 10 innings. Not out, 0. Who cares? Aggregate, I don't know what that means. High score of 137, which is amazing. An average of 53 in World Cup matches. Let that sink in. He played 10 of them. He averaged 53 across it. 1 half century. 3 centuries, by the way. No ducks. And opened the batting all 10 times right there. Like, what? How does someone like that fall away and not be a part of a team or a squad? I know Shubman Gill's, pretty much taken that spot as that young up-and-coming prodigy. And it's hard to really debate because he's such a superstar as well. But yeah, you do feel for him a little bit. I don't have his Asia Cup and Champions Trophy because I don't know if those are combined into these stats here. But I don't have those. But we know the man always performed in those as well. And now it's time to get into some scorecards here. His first ever Test century, which essentially not put him on the map, but really in the red ball form at least, that he would have some sort of career in the red ball form. Player of the match, 2013, Test debut in Mohali, 187, and I think he got to his 100 off about 85 rocks. Just sensational stuff here. Rest in peace to the great man Philip Hughes right there. My father was captaining that day. Okay. He obviously didn't bowl, and him and Murali Vijay put on one of the biggest partnerships probably in history right there. That's about 300 runs opening partnership from Murali Vijay and Shikhar Dhawan, 187 of 174 balls. In the second innings, what did he do? Where the fuck is he? Oh, he came in a bit later. Right, I don't know why that happened. So he opened in the first innings, and then he was listed to bat at 6 in the second innings. I don't know what happened there, but hey, he scores 187. Maybe the man just needed a little rest. But his actual Test high score was indeed 190 against Sri Lanka in 2017. In Sri Lanka, India scored 600 in their first innings. What the fuck? Player of the match, Shikhar Dhawan with that 190 right there. As he opened up there with Mukund, which is crazy. Where was the last time we seen him play? 190 runs off 168 balls. Bro, is this a 50 over game? What the heck is that? That is incredible right there. And into the second innings, did he even have to bat? He did, and he made 14, but irrelevant. This was his Test high score in a different country, and India, I'm still stunned, scored 600, okay? His best score here. Hold on a minute. It's got Ashton Turner as the player of the match, but this was Shikhar Dhawan's game where he scored 143 of 115 in his high score ODI match. I do remember watching this live as well. Ashton Turner somehow saved us and won this game out of nowhere. But in Mohali, 2019, Shikhar Dhawan made 143 of 115 with 18 fours and 3 sixes. And only a strike rate of 124. Like, what the actual hell? That is an incredible innings. And you see Hitman Sharma just above him, 5 short of a ton. Unlucky not to get the win there, I would have thought. Good lord, okay. India and the West Indies. This is where Shikhar Dhawan did get his T20I high score of 92 off 62 balls. And India did win this one off a last ball thriller by the looks of it in 2018. So, actually a fair effort that, isn't it? Last ball finish. So 92 off 62 really did carry this batting innings. And then Rishabh seemed to do a bit of finishing off there. But not bad. I mean, some of these are his best high scores, obviously, into his IPL top score of 106, not out of 61 rocks. And of course, it comes against the team that he now captains, the Kings 11 Punjab, that they were called back then. 106 not out, and he scored pretty much 3/4 of Delhi's runs there. Look at that. Look at the fucking scorecard. The man made 106. No one else made above 20 or 15 for that matter. He carried this team to a victory. And in fact, they didn't even win. I apologise, but there you go. He still was an absolute superstar and made a century off 61 balls right there. And we're going to finish this one off here just with our last things about the great man Shikhar Dhawan. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video as much as me creating it. I love doing this stuff, going through the archives and reading old stats and just seeing a player's career kind of shape up, right? All right, his top records, shout out to ESPN Crick Info for this one. 100 on debut, as we know, which was just incredible. 100 and a duck in a match. That's a bit brutal. He's 100 in a 100th match. That does not make sense to me. Most 90s in career, 7. Okay. Fastest to 6,000 runs. He was the 5th guy. Okay, that's been impressive. What else is here? Is there anything else actually worth talking about? Most consecutive innings without a duck. 61 innings. Is that what I'm reading here? 61 innings without a duck is not bad, that, in T20s. I don't think he actually ever had a duck in T20s now that I think about it. He had hundreds in consecutive innings, 3. Not bad, that. And most 90s in his career, 11. In entirety of all formats right there. So that is our Shikhar Dhawan breakdown, whatever you want to call it, analyze of the great man, the left-handed legend, Shikhar Dhawan. Again, that will cap us off. Comment down, happy birthday. All the love for the great man, Shikhar Dhawan. Can he lead Punjab and send him off with a trophy? I want to say yes as a fan, and probably because the franchise doesn't know what they're doing, no. But we hope so. Hey, happy birthday to the great man Shikhar Dhawan. I hope it's a great day, mate, and you get to spend it with all the ones you love. So hey, I hope we all enjoyed, and I'll see everyone in the next one.